Hey guys, in this video, I've got Miguel, who came out here when the borders weren't quite open yet for unvaccinated, but he still came in. He was able to do 5 days quarantine and got into the Philippines. So we are going to check in with Miguel and see how it's going for him and what's happening with his love life. Stick around. All right, Miguel, thanks for joining again. And when we last talked to you, you were quarantined in the hotel in Cebu, and now you're in Davao, and things are going good for you, huh?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good.
Thanks for
So,
talking to me again.
yeah, no problem. Glad to have you back. People were asking to see how you were doing, and if you haven't seen the video, I'll flash it up above. But I guess it's probably a little outdated now because now the unvaccinated can come with just an antigen test 24 hours before and the e-arrival card, which is much different than what you had to go through. Now, when you went off to Davao and you had been chatting with the girl that you had met on a dating site. I don't recall which one, but on a dating site. And initially, you thought, "Wow, this is a great girl," and she was 21 years old from Davao,
Yeah,
correct?
yes.
And I know you said she was quite beautiful. We'll explain that. You are legally blind, but you are able to see some like movement and shadows and
Yeah, well, I have a eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa, and it's easier to just say I'm blind than to explain that you know one day out of the week I might be able to see a little bit, and
okay.
like I woke up this morning and I could see, and 3 hours later, because I use the computer, I can't see anything. My eyes fluctuate so much, and
Mm-hmm.
from being able to see absolutely nothing to being able to maybe ride a bike one day a week, or something like that.
Hmm.
But it can happen like in an instant. Like I could be riding the bike and my eyes just shut off.
You just
So
you just never know.
yeah, I just never know.
Okay. All right. So you had, you kind of knew what she looked like, and you thought she was really pretty. And what was the what was the problem with her? Why didn't this first one? We'll get to the girl you have currently met, but what happened with her that just didn't work out?
Well, like I said, she was very pretty,
Hmm.
really nice. Her family treated me really well. It it just it didn't work out. I didn't we didn't mesh. She's kind of young,
Sure.
and that's probably my fault. So we're just different places in our lives. I don't like to really say anything bad about anybody,
Sure. Yeah.
especially.
She wasn't a horrible
Um,
girl or anything. It
oh
just
God,
wasn't the chemistry
no,
just wasn't.
absolutely, yeah.
And
Yeah, it just didn't work out. Our lifestyles just didn't work out. There was lots of chemistry as far as
yeah.
physically, but just lifestyle. It was just a difference in lifestyle and how she pictured our relationship and how I pictured our relationship. That's all.
Okay, gotcha. You kind of moved on, and there was a second girl who was a bit older, who I think was 23 or 24, you said?
Yeah, 22 or 23
And
that I met through a dating agency.
okay, and that was AFA, which is also called a foreign affair. And actually, that's how my buddy Sean met his fiance Gracie. Gracie, short or otherwise known as Short Province Girl. They met that way, and I think they're together maybe 4 years now, I think, and engaged. So it can work. He told me that he would have never went through the whole service of letter writing and all that. It got to be very expensive. He said he would have just went to one of the dating socials. Now your experience was a little different. You had went to a dating social back in Mexico, correct?
Yeah, I went to two socials in Mexico City at the beginning of the year in January when Mexico was the
Okay.
only place open to non-vaccinated.
All right, and you didn't really like it? Was important?
No, I did not enjoy the socials at all. I much more enjoyed in Mexico. I kind of did the same thing as here. I asked to speak to certain girls on the website, and the
Okay.
matchmakers gave me girls to choose from that they thought would be good.
Okay.
And I met very nice people that way, but nothing that actually clicked.
Okay. This second girl here, she was a little more mature. She was working and stuff, but problem with her, I think you told me she was just too busy. She couldn't even see you, right?
Yeah, she in school, she's like third year in school, and really, working hard to get her college degree, and her family supporting her. And of course, she didn't want to disappoint them. And of course, they're very conservative. They just want to move in with me and,
Mm.
you know, work, do her homework from here or whatever.
Right.
So because she was in school from like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., there just
Oh.
wasn't any time for us to be together except on weekends and holidays. So it just didn't work out.
And I've always that can be kind of an issue sometimes with guys who come out here. They start dating a girl in school who works full time. They put in a lot of hours, and the foreigner just wants he's here on in vacation mode or retirement, and you
Yeah,
got this girl who's working. So that's a lot of guys will ask them to give up a job or something, and I discussed that in a previous video. But
I
so
remember that one.
yeah. So this one didn't work out because again, it wasn't that she was a bad girl or anything. It was just kind of a time thing. You were looking for a girl
Oh,
to
she's
spend time with.
absolutely really sweet girl.
Okay.
Yeah, we went on maybe 4 dates, and we just realized that we weren't just, I could do long distance from. I didn't have to travel 9,000 miles to be able to
Hmm.
talk over the video here in the Philippines when
Right. You,
much more
you,
spend time with somebody.
yeah, you don't want to be video chatting with a girl who's living in the same city.
Right,
Okay. Yeah. Again, just for the audience, how old are you, Miguel?
53.
53. Okay. Now, the third girl, and hopefully we are at the final girl for you, right?
Right, yeah,
But
third time's the charm.
I always tell people, even though it may be easy to get a date in the Philippines, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to find the girl of your dreams. So as soon as you step off the plane, it still can be a process, like just like any place.
Yeah, you got to have at least a little bit of game.
A little bit of game, you got to
At
have
least
some time.
well, a little bit of self confidence, be able to walk up to somebody, say hi, which is a little bit harder for me.
So, this last girl you also met through the agency, but let me backtrack just for a second. What was it about the socials that you didn't like? Because a lot of guys like these socials where there's like 100 women and 10 guys sometimes. So what was it that you didn't like about a social?
Well, the two socials I went to, and again, it might just be because I couldn't really see what was going on.
Okay,
Um, they're dark. Like so, you're sitting at a table with 10 girls, trying to have a discussion, and you can't really, sometimes the music's playing.
right,
Um, if the music's not playing, it's still loud with 100 girls in there talking.
right,
Um, so it's really hard to develop any type of intimate conversation, and then you gotta, you know, pick one out of 100 or
so
two out of 100. It's just
yeah, I can understand that it could be hard. It's hard to how do you get to know? I mean, out of 100 women in one night, it's like how are you going to get to know one? You don't really have the opportunity to get to know her, talking to her really, because you got a
I
hundred
think
women in there. But
somebody who's sighted, because you can sit down at a table and go, wow, I'm really attracted to her,
right,
and
and then
concentrate on that one person at the table.
right. So for you in particular, it wasn't a great situation, but for somebody who is sighted, it is probably a much better situation.
Yeah.
So for you, you actually contacted the agency here in Davao and you said, can you match me up with, what did you tell them that you were looking for as far as a match, potential match?
Oh, basically everything uh, most of us are looking for: fit, friendly,
Hmm.
feminine. That was basically fit, feminine, friendly, and had some time to spend to get to know each
Gotcha.
other. I mean, I'm not going to just be here for 2 weeks. I'm here for 6 months, but
Right,
I
right.
want to spend that time getting to know somebody. I don't want to waste it just dating
And,
around or talking over video.
and you were matched up with this new girl that you like very much, and she is 35 years old, a little difference from 21 to 35, huh?
Yeah. I actually got a letter from her.
Hmm.
They sent intro letters,
Okay,
and so I sent you one of the bios so you could take a look at it, what they send you, and it
okay.
tells you how old they are, measurements, height, um, hobbies, languages spoken, whether they're good at English, little description about themselves, and then they usually have like 5 or 6 professionally done photos that they take like a little photo shoot. The
Hmm.
agency does a little photo shoot so you can see what they look like in a couple of different outfits, things like that.
Okay. Do you just an example of a price for something like this? I think somebody told me the socials themselves were just a couple $100 or something. I can't remember exactly, but
No, the to go to the socials in Mexico City, it was 1,200 to go to both socials.
for both socials, 1,200. Okay.
Uh, the 7-day tour, which gets you a hotel room, the 2 socials,
Mm-hmm.
a couple tours, and of course
Mm-hmm.
they have a young lady with you that
Mm-hmm.
helps translate if you're in Mexico or in Colombia or in Russia or here even. They just they're with you. They introduce you to the girls. They find out if the girls like you. So you sit down at the table, you talk to 10 girls, you move on. They talk to the
Mm-hmm.
girls real quick. Would you like to have a date with him? See which girls are interested in you.
Okay. So it's
Um,
also it's both ways. They're going to ask the girls, "Are you interested in this guy?" And then you're also going to input and say, "This is the girl that I'm interested in."
yeah, so that you
Okay,
can have a double match. Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, but you could
And
ask
then she'll
them.
sit down,
You could ask them
she'll say,
yourselves, right? You could just ask a
yeah,
girl at the table, "Hey, would you like to go out sometime?"
yep.
Okay,
Yeah, you can do it either way.
and
And then I think those are $2,700 for 7 nights, like 3,000 for a 10 night, and they have a 14 night. It's like 3,500.
mm, okay, maybe the Philippines
And
is
what
different priced. I don't know, or maybe it's around the same. I don't know, but
about?
about the
I
same.
think it's the same price no matter what country you're in. Yeah.
Okay. Now, the way you did it with this last girl that you met that you're happy with, and actually, Maya and I might meet in the near future here, but she is for the service you paid $195 for a matchmaking, like a one-on-one matchmaking, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like yeah. It's that's just the fee they charge. That's their
Okay,
fee
flat fee.
to their employees and all
Hmm.
that. And then it's like $95 per introduction.
For introduction. Okay, gotcha.
And
Okay.
that's for like 10 days. You have 10 days to meet up to 10 girls.
Okay. Now, what you met this girl? You've been out how many times? Three, four times or so?
We just had our second date yesterday.
Second date. Okay. What I was going to say is, what is it about her that you said, okay, hey, this is exciting. This could be it.
There's a lot of things. Again, she's extremely beautiful.
Hmm.
Um, she's really got her stuff together. She got a job. And again, fit, feminine, friendly.
Yeah.
Just very, very much appreciative of anything.
And you
We just
actually
get along really well.
you kind of need to be even a bit more cautious than the average guy, because without the ability of sight, the majority of the times it's easily, a girl could easily take advantage of trying to get your PIN number or something like that, right? I mean, does it?
And that's something I got to watch out for. I got to be able to trust the partner in my life, and that's
Sure.
one thing I really feel. You tend to develop that sixth sense, that poker sense, from people pretty quickly. And like we said last time, I always trust but verify. So,
right.
but I get the sense that she's obviously somebody I can trust. She's got a good job. She's in HR. She makes her own money. She doesn't need me. She's with me because she likes me. I can tell that right off the bat.
Sure. Now, would you? Well, I guess we'll kind of wrap it up with this. For somebody, I guess either sighted or unsighted, would you refer a matchmaking agency like this to somebody, or if you had sight, would you just say, just come here and date around, or is this a good option for some people, you think?
Well, since I've done it both ways, I would definitely recommend the agency, just because they do, they do background checks. They make sure they're not married. If you're really interested in finding a partner, the girls agency are dating with a purpose.
Sure.
They are looking for either a long-term relationship or a husband.
Okay.
So
well, that's good to know. So maybe for a lot of guys, they can skip the whole part at the beginning. Service they can just fly out here and just go and pay for a social or the introduction service, maybe, if they wanted to cut costs down, perhaps.
Yeah, they have what they call I forget what it's called. It's on the website, but you can do like I did, or they actually have it where you can. They have They have one where you can pay, and they'll put like 10 matchmakers on your case and just introduce you to as many girls as you can find in a month for like a certain price, and just. But since I'm here for like 6 months, I'm just like, well, I want to take my time and really get to know somebody. I don't want to be dating 3 people, and trying figuring that out. So.
Understandable. Yeah. Well, Miguel, it's always great to talk to you, and it looks like we will probably be meeting in the next month or so. So look forward to that. I hope
so. Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I should be able to be there in either December or January.
All right. Sounds good. Well, we appreciate it, and take care of yourselves.
Thanks, Gio.